Hello and welcome to my Minecraft world. This was created 4 years ago during the 2020 lockdown. I've been quite putting this off for the longest amount of time, showing people, the world, just due to the fact that a lot of the builds are inspired from other creators on YouTube. And I just didn't really want people sort of commenting saying that, this build's copied, that build's copied, because essentially a lot of them are copied. I just wanted to create them because I thought they would fit well with the theme of the world, fit well with the aesthetic that I was going for. But I still think it's worth showing other people, the ideas that I've put into myself, things that I've put together. So I just thought I would honestly just show people what I've done. Now this was created on Bedrock, and I have transferred it over onto PC, but it's still on Bedrock, just so people are familiar with that. Now I am going to switch over to creative mode, so I'm just going to create a copy of the save and switch to creative mode, just so it's easier to fly around and show people, what I've done, and explain it a little bit easier. So here we are on creative mode. I just have night vision, so I can show things that are in dark spots a little bit easier, so you can all see. Now, this is the spawn point when you first come onto the world. I haven't done too much with this area at the moment because I wasn't really sure what to do with it. If you have any suggestions at any point throughout the video, just timestamp what the idea is that you have and where I can sort of put those ideas in, because I'm always open to build new things. I just always run out of ideas and certain things I can do in certain areas as well. So this is the spawn point onto the world. Now you can either go this way, which will lead you to the village, or you can go this way, which will lead you to the campsite, which I'll just take you to right now. Now the campsite, the main purpose of this build was just to purely have almost like a protection over the village. So it was almost like the villagers would come up here and sort of stay up in these tents and overlook onto the town, on continuous shifts and stuff like that. So that was just the idea behind this build. I haven't really done too much with this area. I think the podzol that I did at the time, this is podzol, yeah. The podzol that I put here at the time was just to make it look like it's being used and walked on and so on and so forth. But I'm just going to quickly take it down and we'll now go into the actual village. So if you were to come this way, this would lead you to initially where everything began in this world. This is how and where everything began. So this house here, I think this was inspired from MythicalSausage, if that was the right YouTuber. I can't remember where I got this one from. I'll try and include everybody in the description of where I got some builds from. So this was the first ever house that was created on this world, or the first ever structure that was created on this world, and it's been used pretty much for everything that I do. So I'm just going to quickly show you what this world looked like when I very first created the map, just so you can get a better understanding of where it was and where it's come from and how I got certain ideas as well. So I'm just going to quickly switch world and show you what it looked like at the very start. So from here to here. So this is the spawn point that we were just at before, and up on this little hill here is where the campsite was. And just about here is where the house is, the main house of the entire campsite, or the entire village, sorry. So as you can see, a lot of things have come on and a lot of things have changed. This isn't the very start. This was a little bit on the oldest save that I had of the world. But when I first created this world and the spawn point being there, I just came up onto here and I seen this village, and I honestly got like such an inspiration from this whole mountain here, or hill. And I just thought how much of how well it would look with the even higher mountain. So what I did was I just added onto it. All I did was right here built another extra mountain, and then got carried away with that one and built another one. So I'll just quickly show you again back onto the other world, and just like that, that's what it looks like now. So this was the main house. This is where everything started. And if I just quickly go down, I won't show too much, as I don't think this one was my build. I'm sure I did copy this off another YouTuber, just as I thought was pretty much perfect for exactly what I wanted. Now, this house, like I say, does get used pretty much every time I come on, because this is my storage system. This is what I use every single time. So I won't show too much, as it's a basic storage system. It's nothing that other YouTubers haven't really created before. just got all the standard stuff. Through here used to be an aquarium, so it would go down the stairs and it was like an oval that would go all the way around, and you would have fish inside and bookcases all around the sides. But I think it was causing a lot of lag on this computer, which was weird. I think it was just needing an update at the time, which I didn't realise. So I ended up just getting rid of the whole thing and filling it all in. And I'm just trying to decide what to do with that room now. So if I come back upstairs and just go outside. Now, when I said before that I built this mountain, everything that is inside of here was actually built by hand, and everything on the outside was actually built by hand. So I'm just going to show, this is what the inside looks like. I honestly don't know how long this took. I was just on and off for probably about 2 to 3 years. I think it was just a slow, gradual process of trying to fly back and forth and look at where I was and sort of understand what would look best and how it would look best. So it was one of those things that I'm very, very proud of, but was also very difficult to do. But I'm very pleased with the end result as well. Once I'd built this mountain, I thought it would look even better with a bridge and a tower at the end, which, as you can see, has the nether portal just leading up to it as well. So if you were to start from down at the village, this was actually inspired from Skyrim as well. If you've ever played Skyrim, you know, you go up that mountain all the way to, I think, the Greybeards. So that's where I pretty much got this idea from. And you come up to this, and I'll just quickly fly through here, and make your way up the spiral staircase all the way to the nether portal, which I haven't actually done too much with the end. Also the nether at the moment. But yeah, so that's pretty much the main village. This is how everything started. Just added a few more buildings in and a few more decorations. And you might be wondering why this floor. At the time, I did want to build this just as to make it look like it was used. So it was the same idea as the campsite over there. I just wanted to make it look like everything in here was being used and things were getting pulled and pushed around on the grass, so it was almost like it was a wear and tear. I completely regret that decision. I think it looks horrible now. I will change it back to grass at some point when I can find the motivation to do that. But yeah, these are also market stalls. So right here we have an armor shop, which 10 Ridgies is the currency that's used within this world. It's pretty stupid, I know. So they just come off of the little hillside here and are also built inside with nothing really to show for inside. And a few more houses, which I won't get too much into because they're nothing special. The interiors aren't really done inside either. And we have some librarians to trade with as well. So that's pretty much it for this village. This was pretty much the start of everything, like I was saying before. And now if we come over this side, this is the farmland. Now this honestly took a long time to make, just with how much there is to show. The windmill, I'm not too proud of this one. It's pretty basic, but it leads up to this barn, which I'm very proud of this barn. I think it fits the theme. I just can't really decide what else to build around here and what else to do with it. But everything that I've built's supposed to have a function, and at least I've tried as hard as I could. So, you know, the barn holds sheep, the stable holds the horses, so on and so forth. So I'm trying to incorporate everything within the build. So yeah, we have a water tower as well as the barn, stable. So this is basically the farmland. Now, if you go behind the barn, we have an even bigger farmland, as well as a vineyard as well, which took the longest amount of time to make because we also had a large ravine here, which I had to fill over and then start getting all of the bushes as well. So it was a lot of resources used. And another, I built this. So if I just go inside. Yeah, so this is what it looks like inside. So all of these weird looking structures are pretty much made by me. I love terraforming it. It's one of the most therapeutic things. But yeah, this windmill I'm so proud of this windmill. I haven't really decided what to do up here yet. At some point I will, unless anyone has any suggestions as well on what I can do up here. There's nothing inside, except I think I have a winery under here. Yeah. So I've got the winery up here as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have in terms of farmland. I am going to expand a little bit further out this way, and I'm also going to add more trees, because over here we have the sawmill, which is also inspired by Skyrim as well, as you can see. And if you go inside and just go down these ladders, I have all of the wood that I need for a build. Now, not all of those are actually full. A lot of them are just for show. So, continuing on. We also have the port just over this way. So this is how you would get to and from this village or this town. Just by the ship as well. Now, this crane was or is used to unload and load everything that comes and goes onto the ship. And we also have an inn right here, which I think was made by BlueNerd, if I remember correctly. The interior is actually finished on this one, so if you go upstairs, we have beds right there in every single room. So it's just something that all of the people that come off the ships just have somewhere to stay. And same with market stalls, you know, they can come here and make some trades, get some new items. And if we come along this way, we have the same thing, just with little smaller boats. And we also have a mine right here, which I just use to get all of the blocks that I need for whatever I'm doing, cobblestone, deep slates, things like that. And we just have a little water mill with extra storage right here. So there's not too much. I just couldn't really decide what to do with all of the harbour, pretty much. I just couldn't really decide what to put here. I was thinking more market stalls, but I just don't want to overcrowd it, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to move over this way now. So this church was actually designed by BlueNerd again. I just built this little docking station down the bottom as a little way to get supplies for the church. And we also added some tombstones, as well as decorated the inside of the church as well, which is all from his video. The terraforming on the outside was also done by me as well. Just a little bit of fun, just try to give it a little bit more of a happy look to it, rather than it just being so, in a sense, basic with just the church and nothing else around it. So yeah. Now this is going into the Victorian times. I've tried to go from like medieval to sort of Victorian, advance a little bit, use different blocks. As you can see, this house isn't finished, but basically going from this town hall to go all of Victorian, and we'll basically make streets going down this way, you know, old English Tudor times, so to speak. Just try and get a little bit more modern, just so I could do something a little bit different. And right here is some future ideas for builds as well. So I'll just let you look at that. That's actually done. And I don't know why I'm going to build a dragon. I think I might remove that one. But yeah, so now this is coming up to the arena. Now the arena I am very, very proud of. This took an insane amount of time to build, because remember, this is all on survival. So all of these blocks I had to get myself. I don't think it's finished. Yeah, a lot of the interior, especially where all the VIP booths are, they aren't finished. But as a whole, it's pretty much nearly there. We have where the king would sit, just up here. And I just don't know what else to put and what else to make, for especially for where all the, I guess, the VIP guests would sit up here as well. So down here, where all the fighters are going to be, this is where they train basically, and where they sleep and get ready for the fight. I just tried to make it different, just a little bit to it, if that makes sense. And we also have a hot air balloon up there as well, just for a little bit something different, as you can see. So now moving on, I think this is our last build of this world. I know it's not too much for 3 years, or 4 years, sorry. It's took a long time just to get certain materials and get to a certain point within the world where I'm comfortable with the amount that I have. This was actually inspired from a TV show that me and my girlfriend watched called Haunting of Bly Manor, I think it was. And this was the actual manor that they filmed the whole set in. So we just built that because we liked how it looked, and it actually turned out very well. Now this was also made from another YouTuber, which I will try and remember to put into the description. But yeah, this was absolutely brilliant. And I've just tried to incorporate this within how the river's flowing. So we've made a little waterfall here. I think it might actually be a sewage system. I don't know. But we haven't done the interior either, because we just don't know what to do or how to do it. I think that covers pretty much everything I've made. So like I say, if you do have any suggestions or ideas that I could do, please just comment below the timestamp and what you think I could include in that certain place. I will show you one last thing just before we go. So over here, this is just behind the mountain. There's the tower over there. Over here is a large ocean, and what I was going to do over here was just build a little castle. Now I was going to build a castle with this being the little port and everything coming in and out of it, maybe like a little bridge going over, but I'm not too sure. I might try and build it somewhere else. But yeah, if you do have any suggestions, just let me know in the comments. I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it inspiring to maybe make something like this of your own. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.